Hopefully I'm not. All right. Shalom, Lord of Christ. This officer Desire Juan, and this is the Wednesday night law class. So we're gonna take this time for everybody to get their scriptures together. You know what I'm saying? Anybody in the room that got questions or whatever, get your scriptures together. For everybody that's at home, make sure y'all get y'all scriptures together, get yourself in class, and we about to get this thing started, all right? We'll be back in like a couple seconds. All right, shalom.
Let's go. Get up. It's that club, baby. You hear that? You can't sit down to that. Okay.
Yo, what up, y'all? It's your boy, Shigluch, LOXD Block, Silverback. Hey, yo, right now I need to shout out the ISUPK classes.
I want to give a huge, big, humongous shout out to all the UPK schools.
Shout out to Black Watch, hosted by General Johanna. Word, I need y'all to check out Cross the Line Radio as well, man. They've been open all week from 7 to 9. They ain't shut down because of the corona, the COVID and all that. They rockin' strong, you know what I mean?
Think we got a problem, but really it ain't though. It's one of me and these bitches, I count about 3, 4. Think we got a problem, but homie just all talk. He ain't gon' pop a balloon with a pitchfork. Nah, think we got a problem in the club with this dog. Rude boys, dogs, ladies, everybody.
Yeah.
To convert from HDMI to whatever plug we got in our laptop.
Right.
That's all it is.
Right, that's it. Yeah. All right, no sweat. All right, y'all. We here. You understand what I'm saying? Want to welcome everybody tonight. If you don't mind, if you can check to see, make sure that the volume is good. That'll be Tawab. You know what I'm saying? Tawab to everybody who's tuning in tonight. Of course, y'all the real winners because so many people is just not doing what y'all doing. You know what I mean? And so it's very, very imperative that we get in here and we learn these scriptures. We get in here because, like, at the same time, you know, I'm learning too as well. You know what I mean? It don't stop. We all in here learning. So, you know, I'm gonna keep prefacing my classes and always saying this is that, you know what I'm saying, like we back from Passover, you know what I'm saying? So now it's time for us to get focused. It's time for us to get serious, renew our spirits. That's what we did at the Passover. You know what I'm saying? Right. We renew our spirit. You know what I'm saying? We renew our vows to the Most High, and we go through this year stronger than we ever went before. You know what I'm saying? And we get, you know, grounded and rooted, and we just keep going, and we hold the line. We don't drop our sword, and we just gotta, you know, stay focused. You know what I mean? We'll open up the floor to anybody that have any questions. We'll go ahead and do that. And if anybody got any questions or whatever, feel free.
Yeah, I got a question.
Yeah, you got a warrior.
How do you explain, like, when you was Christian? It's like when I used to be Christian and they used to pray and the stuff they prayed for actually happened. Like, knowing that that's not the truth and this is the truth, how do you explain that?
Well, you said when they was praying for stuff, it was happening?
Right.
Yeah, because remember, give me more. Like, what was happening? Like, when they got a new car or something like that?
Yeah, they'll pray like you get a new job, a new car, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And just nothing real serious, but just like, the common stuff that Christians pray for. And sometimes you will feel like the Most High is listening to you inside the Christian church.
Yeah, because we see like the prosperity of like certain people, and we look at that because they have like they have an abundance of things or whatever. We look at that like as if like that's a blessing from the Lord. All right. Let me see. You could go to hold on. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Remember, Satan can bless you too. You know what I'm saying? So, and then I remember the general was bringing this out the other day. Is like, like when we look at like a car, we look at like that type of stuff. Like we look at that, like in the world, we look at like that as a blessing. We look at like money as a blessing, and we look at those types of things as blessings. But it's not necessarily like, okay, it's like we try to associate like the Most High with, what's that called? Like money or, things like that. I do got some scriptures that come to mind. More so like, remember when the devil tempted Christ and he said, I can give you everything. I can give you, all you gotta do is worship me. Any more come to mind for you? You
Matthew's 4.
Matthew's 4. I know that one. Hold on. Slovakia.
Sir, what the scripture where it says that I believe it says, I'm paraphrasing, but the devil has transformed himself into an angel of light.
That's the one I had too. I was trying to think if it was a different one that I could give the brother. Hold on. Let me see. No, that's. Because remember, okay. Remember, like the one, like when it said that, even the devil transformed himself into an angel of light, right? So remember, like people, the devil can bless you too, and you will think that it's coming from the Lord because you're not actually following the Most High. So you can get blessed, and Satan can make it look like you're getting blessed from the Lord to keep you in what you're in. You get my point?
Right.
So it's like, let me get that one scripture, the angel of light.
Oh, God. That's 2 Corinthians 11 and 14.
11 and 14? All right, you got it, warrior, whenever you get it.
Come.
Oh, man.
The book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 11, verse 14. And no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light.
Right. It was one I got it on tip of my tongue. It's the one, I think it might be in Ecclesiasticus, the one where it said, like, not to marvel in like what people have. Oh man, I can't even think of it right now. But go ahead, read it one more time.
Come. Book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 11 and verse 14. And Slocky, you want me to read verse 13 first?
Yeah.
Verse 13. For such are false apostles, deceitful workers, transforming themselves into the apostles of Hamashiach, of Christ. And no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light.
Right, because most people, they think that, you know, that because you're getting something good, they associate that with the Lord, but then that's also Satan, you know what I'm saying? That's giving you those things because you're doing what you're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? You're a good Christian. You're doing what you're supposed to do. You're far away from the truth and you're never, ever going to get it. So, and a lot of that stuff, man, you could just, it's not really like, when people get, like, think about it, right? When people get stuff in life, it's really, all right. So like, say like a person who's not in the church, but they say, man, I want a car, or I want a house and stuff like that. They can get it too. They don't necessarily have to pray for anything. They could just get it and just get the money and go buy it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like more so, I would say, so he's, I had to think about that one. You know what I mean? That's kind of, I feel like it's one that I want to give you, but I can't. It's right on the tip of my tongue. I can't even think about it. It'll come back to me though. All right. Anybody else? All right. Anybody online?
Sister,
Yeah, you got it.
So like, when Moses is talking to the children of Israel and he tells them to collect the manna for 6 days and don't collect it on the seventh day, is that a representation of what we should be doing now? Like, should we be cooking, collecting things on the seventh day? Like, are we allowed to cook?
Yeah, you could cook on the Sabbath day. You don't think you didn't think you could cook on the Sabbath?
I'm gonna tell you this.
I
had to get the answer from here because I cook all the time and I do things that I find pleasure in. But then someone said to me, you shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't sell anything. You shouldn't buy anything. You shouldn't cook anything. And then they referenced when Moses was telling the people to collect the manna for 6 days. And I was like, I'm not eat cold sandwiches.
Right. Now, now understood. And then what was happening? What was the people doing? They was storing it up, right? And what was happening to the manna?
It was going rotten.
It was going rotten. So what that was a story about their belief in the Most High, that the Lord would provide for them. You see what I'm saying? And that's what the whole thing was about. Like, it's like a lot of times we don't put our trust in the Lord. So you had people trying to store up extra. So, you know, not kind of fully getting into the spirit that the Lord was going to provide for you. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times we trust in ourselves and not the Most High. Like even when remember when David, he counted the army of Israel. He counted the army because he believed in
the numbers,
right? And what happened when he did that? He lost. And so what we got to do is we have to strengthen our faith in the Lord that He's going to bring us through, because you know a lot of times in most cases we don't. But the part about the Sabbath, right? Remember, I can take you to the scripture, but remember when the Pharisees tried to come to Christ and they said that why was he eating corn on the Sabbath?
No.
All right, let me pull that scripture. While you come, if you don't mind. David was hungered. It is Matthew 12:3.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 12, verse 3.
Hold on 1 second. All right, start at 1.
Go on, sir. At the time of Yahushua went on the days the Sabbath day through the corn. And his disciples were hungry
and
hungered and began to pluck the ears of corn and ate and to eat. But when the Pharisees saw it, they said unto him, Behold, thy
disciples
do which is not lawful to do upon the Sabbath day.
Right. So remember, a lot of the Pharisees, when they would come to Christ, they would try to come to Christ not to ask him a question or anything like that, but they was always trying to be deceitful in the way that they asked him questions, because they would try to get him to respond the wrong way, because they knew that if he did that, then he could be, killed, or he would have to suffer the punishments of the law. And so whenever they would come, Christ would perceive it and he would cut them, right? So we're going to read about how Christ cut them on the Sabbath day. Go ahead.
Verse 3. But he said unto them, Have ye not read what David did when he was an hungered, and they that were with him? How he entered into the house of God and did eat the showbread, which was not lawful for him to eat, neither for them which were with him, but only for the priests. Verse 5. Or have ye not read the law, how that on the Sabbath days the priests in the temple profaned the Sabbath and were blameless? But I say unto you that in the place is one greater than the temple.
Right.
But if ye have known that this meaneth like him, I have shown mercy and not sacrifice, ye would not have condemned or guiltless. Verse 8.
Matter of fact, you know what? Drop that one. Give me the one in Mark. Give me the one in Mark. Salakia, drop that one real quick. Give me the one in Mark 2:27. I think that'll just hit home more in on what the sister's trying to get right there. Mark 2:27. Salakia.
The book of Mark, chapter 2, verse
27.
27.
Yep.
And he said unto them, the Sabbath was made for men, and not man for the Sabbath.
Right. Okay. And he said unto them, the Sabbath was made for man, not man for the Sabbath. The Sabbath day is a day that you take for yourself. The Sabbath day is not for you, meaning, okay, it's for employers. You know what I mean? Like it's for the employers of Israel. So on that day, you can't make somebody go and kindle a fire on that day. You got to kindle your own fire on that day. On that day, you have to go and cook your own food. You have to go, and it's more so for the rich of Israel. You know what I'm saying? And the Sabbath day was man. The Sabbath was made for man, not man for the Sabbath. So when Christ would check them on that, he would say, okay, if your ox fall in the ditch, are you going to not help to get, you know what I mean? Because remember when Christ was healing on the Sabbath, they was like, oh man, you going to do that on the Sabbath? And he said, is it not right to do good on the Sabbath? Right. You see what I'm saying? Like you got like these fake Israelite groups that say, not so much the fake Israelite groups, but you have people that say, why are we going out to teach on the Sabbath? Why are we going out to camp on the Sabbath? And it's like, the Sabbath is your day that you can rest. You can do whatever you want on the Sabbath. It's not for you to be oppressed on the Sabbath day. Right. It's your day. And that's what Christ is telling the disciples, just to kind of wrap it up. But this is what Christ was always checking the disciples on. To tell them, like, look, man was, read it one more time. Verse 27.
Verse 27. And he said unto them, the Sabbath was made for men, and not men for the Sabbath.
Right, there you go. which was not lawful to eat, but for the priests, and gave also to them that were with him. He said unto them, the Sabbath was made for man, and not man for the Sabbath. Therefore, the Son of Man is Lord also of the Sabbath. So they would, it's like, you know what it really is? It's like a lot of people, like the Pharisees, they knew the law, but they didn't understand the spirit behind the law. So a lot of times what you have with these like with Jewish people, they have people coming to their house like sisters, you know what I mean? They're coming to their house as like home care workers on the Sabbath day, and they have them change the channel on the TV. They have them turn the lights on. They have them cook their food. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't sit in that house and try not to and not cook. That's like crazy. You know what I mean? Man, the Sabbath is for you, not you for the Sabbath. Because if you didn't have the Sabbath day, a day of rest, you would work 7 days a week. The Sabbath is for you to take a rest. It's for the employer to get his own damn water. You know what I mean? It's for him to light his own damn fire. On that day, it's a day where we get to chill. If you want to sleep all day, you can sleep on the Sabbath. If you want to go out and do camp, you could go to camp. If you want to eat, go to a restaurant and relax with your family, that's fine. You know what I mean? There's nowhere in the law that says that you can't do anything. What it says is you can't do any servile work. You know what I mean? So the servile work would mean, like actually going to go work for somebody. But because we're in this captivity, a lot of us have horrible slaveries where we can't go, where a lot of our brothers and sisters have to work on Saturday. You know what I mean? So, you got to do what you got to do. But if this was our own land, then the servile work we wouldn't be doing. See what I'm saying? Because we would have the people, the rich of Israel would not have us working. And also, I'm going to show you how the Lord knew about them. Let me get the one where the new moon be going.
You said the what?
The new moon be going. Hold on.
The one in Isaiah?
Moon be going. Hold on, let me see. I got it right here. Amos 8 and 5. Amos 3 and 5. Amos 8 and 5. Where's Amos at? Amos is right before Logger. Yeah, Amos 8 and 5. This is okay. Here we go. Got it. All right, you got it, Brother Jalen. You don't mind?
Amos 8 and 5, saying, when will the new moon be gone, that we may sell corn, and the Sabbath, that we may set forth wheat, making the ephah small.
Right, the ephah. Like this is what the rich men of Israel is basically always saying. Like, when will these new moons be gone? Like, when will the Sabbath days be over so we can put niggas back to work? You get my point? And so there's this saying, hold on, if you go up a little bit, hold on. Holiday. It's okay, so for we making the ephah small. Go ahead.
And the shekel great. And falsifying the balances by deceit.
Right, because if you don't, they're looking at it from a standpoint like, if nobody's here to work it, then our money is going to be gone, right? Because we don't have nobody here to actually work it. Because think about it, right? You got the Passover, right? After that, you got the Feast of Unleavened Bread. After that, you got what? The Feast of First Fruits. Right. After that, what you got? The Feast of
the Day of Atonement.
Yeah, the Day of Atonement. Right. The Feast of Tabernacles. Then after that, you got Feast of Dedication. The Feast of Dedication, right. And then you got the Passover again. Then you got
Purim.
You got Purim at the beginning of the year. And then, and then it's all back over again. Right. So over and over and over again, we're constantly getting days You see what I'm saying? We're constantly going. And these is with the wicked men of Israel who's over top of us is like, damn, when will the new moon be going? Like when will, we will have somebody here to work this because, they're making the ephah small. You know what I'm saying? The money's dwindling away because we don't have nobody here to work, right? Go ahead.
That we may buy the poor for silver
Mm-hmm.
and the needy for a pair of shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Yea, and sell the refuse of the wheat.
Mm-hmm. So this is talking about like when people are poor, it's like they'll do anything. So they're like, well, look, man, when can we get these people back to work? You know what I'm saying? When we get the poor, the needy people, when can we get them back? We could, sell these crops or whatever it is, the wheat and all of that kind of stuff. Keep reading.
The Lord has sworn by the excellency of Jacob. Surely I will never forget any of their works. Shall not the land tremble for this?
Okay, go ahead.
And everyone mourn that dwelleth therein. And it shall rise up wholly as a flood.
Mm-hmm.
And it shall be cast out and drowned, as by the flood of Egypt.
Right, because these are the men who are over top of Israel. You know what I'm saying? These are the men who are in power in Israel, and this is what's inside of their mind, right? These rich men, these men that are like, when is the new moon going to be over? You know what I'm saying? Because they don't want it to be a Sabbath day. They don't want us to be chilling because they want work to get done, right? And so they're going to have to pay a punishment for that, right? Read on.
And it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord God, that I will cause the sun to go down at noon, and I will darken the earth in the clear day.
Mm-hmm.
And I will turn your feast into mourning, and all your songs into lamentation. And I will bring up sackcloth upon all loins,
mm-hmm.
and baldness upon every head. And I will make it as the morning of an only son, and the end thereof as a bitter day.
Right. So you get my point. So this is more so talking about the brothers, you know what I'm saying, the wickedness of a lot of our people who are in those positions. And if it wasn't for the Sabbath day, we would be working for people like this from sun up to sundown 7 days a week. You know what I mean? And that's why the Sabbath is not a day that you have to serve someone. You know what I mean? It's a time where you have for yourself to enjoy your family and everything. Like, don't be like those fake Israelite group cats who are sitting in the house looking at the ceiling with a sandwich that they made it from the day earlier because they don't want to cook or anything. Like, it's just stupid. You know what I mean? And then they try to bring up, what's that other one? The pleasures?
Isaiah 56, I believe.
Right. So if sleeping is your pleasure, which is one of my pleasures, then that means I can't sleep all day until sundown. That makes no sense at all. All right. So hopefully that answered your question, sis. All right. What was the one? Hey, we're talking. What was that one? I think that might have been it. What was the one where it said where you said the Book of Job? Could you post that in the chat? I think that was the one I was looking for Jalen. Is that the one? Is that the one where we were talking about with that you just posted? Was that the one we were talking about for Jalen's question? That might be it. I just couldn't. I can't think of it. Oh, man, it's right on the tip of my tongue. 2 Corinthians. I'll check it though. It don't sound like that's the one though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We already had that one.
Said Job 1:8.
No, that one that we had already pulled that one. Yeah, let me get Job 1:8. Let me see how that sounds.
Job 1:8. And the Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth?
No, that's not it. Nah, that's not it. I know what that is. That's when he went to go tempt Job or whatever. No, that's not the one I want. All right, I'm gonna get it for you. No sweat. All right. All right. So, guess I'll get into it, right? Ratazian, that's not the one. That's like off the topic. That's the one for like when Christ. I mean, when Satan went to go tempt Job. Okay. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and get into the topic, right? And let me get Ecclesiasticus 8 and 7. Now I want to show y'all something real quick. Hold on, let me get this damn computer is a little bit weird. So just give me 1 second.
Is that in the Apocrypha?
Yeah. It's in the Apocrypha. Let me share my screen real quick.
You said 87, sir?
Yeah. Hold it 1 second. Okay. All right, I'm gonna add it to my stream. Hey, Mataziala. Okay, there we go. Oh, okay, so it's like a delay. All right, I'm gonna have to fix that. All right, here we go, y'all. So I'm gonna play it like 2 times just so y'all can get a good thing. All right, there we go.
This man was
All right, so it might take a little
hypocrite.
second for y'all to see
In my
it.
honest opinion, he really was. I didn't find anything about him to be healing. He insulted African American women on a consistent basis.
You got a remote?
One of his last statements that he said was that if you're over 38 and you haven't married or something like that, that you're no good and disposable. To me, it was a shock job. And, you know, I hope this is teaching folks a lesson about the karma that you put out, the
All right, let me bring it back.
that you put out in the world, that when karma comes knocking at your door, this man was a hypocrite. In my honest opinion, he really was. I didn't find anything about him to be healing. He insulted African American women on a consistent basis. One of his last statements that he said was that if you're over 38 and you haven't married or something like that, that you're no good and disposable. To me, it was a shock jock. And, you know, I hope this is teaching folks a lesson about the karma that you put out, the negativity that you put out in the world, that when karma comes knocking at your door, she might not be so kind. So, you know, the fact that he killed over real quick and was supposedly with a woman that we don't yet know the nationality. Rest in peace. Man was a hypocrite. In my honest opinion, he really was. I didn't find anything about him to be healing. He insulted African American women on a consistent basis. One of his last statements that he said was that if you're over 38 and you haven't married or something like that, that you're no good and disposable. To me, it was a shock jock. And, you know, I hope this is teaching folks a lesson about the karma that you put out, the negativity that you put out in the world, that when karma comes knocking at your door, she might not be so kind. So, you know, the fact that he killed over real quick and was supposedly with a woman that we don't yet know the nationality. Rest in peace.
That evil bitch. Y'all see that? Like that is evil right there. She's evil because the brother's already dead. It's like regardless if you you know, you had an issue with him or you didn't like his content, of course, there's no reason for you to like glory in the fact that the brother he already paid for it. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead and read the scripture, please.
Ecclesiasticus 8:7. Rejoice not over thy greatest enemy being dead.
Say it one more time, warrior.
Rejoice not over thy greatest enemy being dead. But remember that we die all.
See that? Like, you're not even supposed to rejoice over the fact that even your greatest enemy is dead because they're already dead. And just understand that you're going to die too. And she's sitting there like, because she didn't like the brother or whatever, she's going to like rejoice over the fact that the brother, and then say that it's karma because of what? Because he was trying to correct black women.
Right.
So you die because that's karma coming back to you, like as if that was something that was so evil that he died because of it. So you'll say that he gets karma, right, for talking about black women, but these stinking pastors don't get karma when they're molesting kids in the church.
Right.
When the same politicians that you vote for, they don't get no karma because you know, they you know, selling us out and taking our votes and not doing anything on the vote. It's like they don't get karma for that. You don't get on there and say that they get karma for doing black people dirty or Hispanics dirty, but you do say that he gets karma because he spoke out about black women. See what I'm saying? Like she's evil.
Right.
And now I see exactly why she's 56 years old with no kids. I see exactly why now. Because you are a monster. And if you, and automatically, if the sister's not barren, right, where she can have kids and she doesn't have kids, like she can full well have kids and she don't have kids by a certain age, it's because she's crazy.
Right.
And nobody could stomach you enough because you're just insufferable. You know what I'm saying? For every single man that has came your way, you're just that much insufferable to where he doesn't even want to impregnate you or do anything. Every nigga that come in her bedroom, make sure he strap up. You know what I'm saying? Like he is not going up in there raw dogging anything. Because even though she might have money, of course, but she would never say that about, you know, Jerry Epstein. You know what I'm saying? She would never say that about a so-called white man because she know that you know that kind of stuff is not accepted.
Right.
But she will get on a major platform and down talk her family. You know what I'm saying, over a disagreement or whatever, and she'll do that on national TV or whatever. But she'll never do that to the oppressor. You know what I mean? And it just shows you where her head is at. All right. So you could drop that one more. You could drop that, warrior. And this is what we got to do, man. We gotta watch out for these wicked women, and that's what my topic is going to be today. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be about wicked women. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, a lot of times we get on, you know, we get into, you know, the brothers all the time. You know what I'm saying? We get on the brothers all the time. We get on sisters too. But this one right here is going to more specifically be for those sisters that are, you know, wicked as hell, and what brothers need to do to stay away from them. You know what I mean? All right, no sweat, warrior. Let me get Proverbs 5:1.
I'm coming.
All right.
Proverbs 5:1.
So yeah, we talking about these wicked women today. Right. They tune in, goddammit. Right. All right. Cocoa Puffy head. All right. Why not address him while he was alive? Right. Why not? She ain't have nothing to say when he was alive. You know why? Because he would have cut her up. You know what I'm saying? Because she is one. And then wasn't she the same one that 50 Cent was on TV talking about she was eating his behind? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's a video up there. I'm not gonna bring it up, but yeah, you know, 50 was on there saying that, you know, she had you know, tossed his salad. And now you sitting on there with the boo-boo mouth. You know what I mean? Trying to tell somebody about themselves. But let's go ahead. Let's get it. Proverbs 5:1, goddammit.
My son, attend unto wisdom and bow thine ear to my understanding.
Right. Get this understanding. Get it. Right? Open your ears, right? Go ahead.
That thou mayest regard discretion.
Regard what?
Discretion.
Regard what?
Discretion.
Discretion. That's what a lot of sisters don't have.
Right.
Discretion. Let me look it up real quick. Hold on. Definition of discretion.
Here's the definition of
Okay, okay, right here. Okay, the freedom. Okay.
Ways to avoid causing offense or revealing private information.
Discretion.
All right, the quality of behaving or speaking in such a way as to avoid causing offense or revealing private information. Women have to learn how to be discreet, how to have discretion, right? Like, if you're mad and upset with your husband, it is not the time to go to Facebook. It's not the time to go to, because nobody gives a damn anyway.
Right.
Nobody cares. Like, you know how, like, okay, when you got problems, and I realize this in life, when you got problems, nobody cares about your problems.
Exactly.
All you can do is just move on, right?
Exactly.
You can't, it doesn't matter what you got going on, because nobody cares. You're gonna put something up on Facebook and nobody's gonna care. But I'm gonna tell you who will care. The nigga that's just trying to have sex with you.
Right.
The nigga's like, oh, queen, queen, I could wake up to you. Oh man, I don't know why he would treat you like that. Oh, you're so beautiful, right? Tell you all the nice things that she wanna hear. And guess what he trying to do? He's trying to have sex with you.
Right.
And the minute he has sex with you, all your bargaining chips are out the window.
Exactly.
You're done, right? Because he had sex with you, and that's that. She like, well, you know, and you think because a brother is gassing you up or whatever, that is actually genuine, and it's not. Brothers are gassing you up because they're trying to have sex with you, right? And they're looking for a vulnerable moment to have sex with you, right? So, you know, a lot of women, they make a horrible mistake when they go and they confide in these other men. They make a horrible mistake because you go and you get with that brother because you think that, you know, the grass is greener on the other side, and you find out that was a horrible mistake that you made, right? And it says that regard discretion, right? That's what every woman should understand and be able to, you know, have regard for, you know, not running to Facebook, not doing those types of things. And if you run into a woman like this, then, you know, this is where hell begins, right? Because anytime y'all have an issue, that's the first person she's going to tell is Mark Zuckerberg. She's going to tell Mark Zuckerberg. She's going to tell everybody in China, everybody in North Korea is going to know that you and your rib is having an issue, right? Because her mind is she just doesn't have any discretion, right? Read on.
Verse 2, that thou mayest regard discretion, and that thy lips may keep knowledge.
Right. And you know what knowledge is, right? What's knowledge?
When they say the commandments.
Right, the law, right? Micah 2:7, when it says that, you know, the priest's lips should keep knowledge, right? And what happens when we don't have knowledge? I'll just give you the preset real quick, just to bring it home for y'all. Go ahead. Why you calling?
Transgression of the law.
Not quite. Isaiah 5:13. You can hold where you at, Brother Jalen. Isaiah 5:13, just to kind of give y'all that real quick. What time's the pod doing back there? You got it, Warrior?
Come on, sir.
You got it, Warrior. Isaiah 5:13.
Book of Isaiah, chapter 5, verse 13. Therefore, my people are gone into captivity because they have no knowledge.
What if they don't have?
No knowledge.
Right. So you was right when you said that. So it's the law, right? And that's what we have to keep. Like, even when you're dealing with wicked women, you got to make sure that you're a brother that's going to stand on the law. You understand? And you're not going to be taken by a wicked woman. All right. Read it. Keep reading.
Because they have no knowledge.
No, not you. The brother Jalen.
Slug
it.
Proverbs 5:3. For the lips of a strange woman and drop as a honeycomb.
But yeah, for the lips of a strange woman, drop as a honeycomb. What's that mean?
That when she talk, it's sweet.
Yeah,
sweet talk.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, absolutely. So when she talk, it's sweet. Like a woman, a woman can game you up.
Right.
Right. The things that she say is gonna game you up, right, and have you all upside down. Right. Read on.
And her mouth is smoother than oil.
Right, because a lot of these women out here, boy, they be gaming brothers up. They got the smooth words, right? Telling you all the stuff that you want to hear, and you thinking that you're the Mac Daddy. You know what I'm saying? She didn't game you up, right? Read on.
But her end is bitter as wormwood.
Right, because y'all know wormwood is like an ingredient that's like real bitter, right? Go ahead.
Sharp as a two-edged sword.
Right.
Her feet go down to death.
What does that mean?
You be in a low state, or you lose everything.
But you want it. You want it. Meaning that the things that she do, it's leading her right to death. Right? She's like all the things that this woman is doing, right, is just going to lead to death and the end result. Right? Read on.
Her steps take hold on hell.
And if you follow this sister, right, because her feet go down to death. If you follow this sister, then that's where you're going to go too.
Right.
Right. Read on.
Lest thou shouldest ponder the path of life, her ways are movable.
Right. So unless you should ponder the right way to go, right, the right way to move, the way that you've been taught how to move, right. The way that the Lord shows us how to move, the way that the man above you teaches you how to move. That's the way you should choose. You should always choose life, right? Which is the laws, right? The statutes, the commandments, right? Read on.
That thou cannot.
Hold on. The movable, right? Her what?
Her ways are movable.
What's that mean?
That you're able to dodge out of her tactics, like escape her smooth talk. Now, if you don't fall for her.
Well, this is more so talking about this woman. So her ways are movable. So this woman, she's not grounded. Go ahead. Oh, go ahead, sis. I can't see with these damn lights. It's like a light right here and a light right here.
Let's get it right.
Oh man, what the hell is I'm looking at? If you don't mind, could you slide this over a little bit? Yeah, the water warrior, yeah.
Salakia, her ways being movable, meaning maybe she has itchy ears and she's not really grounded in the truth.
But she's everywhere, right? You want it like she's all over the place. She's not like grounded. She's not cemented. You know how like they would say like you get cemented. Like she's not a type of sister that's gonna be in one place. She's the type of sister that's all over the place, right? Go ahead.
Salakia. Lest thou should ponder
no, it says her ways are movable, that thou canst not know them, right? You don't know what type of way this sister is gonna move because she's just all over the place with it, right? Go ahead.
Verse 7. Hear me now, therefore, O ye children, and depart not from the words of my mouth. Remove thy way far from her, and come not nigh the door of her house.
Right. So this is more so talking about, and this is what these proverbs is talking about right here. It's talking about staying away from a hoe. Right, staying away from a straight up hoe, and that's a lot. It's hard for brothers to do. You know what I'm saying? Because she didn't game you up. Remember, we didn't read the second verse. She didn't game you up. She didn't said a lot of smooth things to you, and you think that that's your rib, and you think that she's a good woman, but it's just all game in the end, right? And the scriptures is saying to stay away from that woman and stay far from her door. Read on.
Lest thou give thine honor unto others.
And what does that mean? Giving your honor to another.
I want to say a baby or your life. Your
integrity. Okay, when you come into this school, right, you have honor, right? You get honor in this school, right? And you get honor by being in the truth from the Most High. So why would you give your honor over to somebody else? You see what I'm saying? She's a hoe, and you know she a hoe. But so you're going to give your honor over to a whore? See what I'm saying? Right? Go ahead.
And thy years unto the cruel.
Right, unto thy years unto the cruel. So you will give over your honor to a whore, right? But then, just say if you get her pregnant. See what I'm saying?
Right.
Now she got a kid by you. Now all the rest of your years is by a woman that's cool, that's gonna put you on child support, a woman that's always gonna give you baby mama drama. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? I ain't saying nothing that nobody ever haven't heard before, right? And this is what'll happen, and this is why the Proverbs is telling us to stay away from those types of women. Keep reading.
And thou mourn at the last, when thy flesh and thy body are.
Hold on, now you missed 10.
Oh, slide me. Let strangers be filled with thy wealth.
What does that mean? Anybody want to take a shot at that? Let strangers be filled with thy wealth.
Like you get a divorce and she take the money and go be with somebody else.
Yeah, you want it. You right there. You go ahead. But you got what I want, but not quite how I want it packaged up. Go ahead.
Like I was thinking, like if I could say she leaves you, but you're paying child support. Now she got a new man, and basically you're taking care of them.
Both of y'all right there. Yeah, both of y'all got it. I'll give it to y'all. But like when it says let strangers be filled with thy wealth, meaning you giving this woman your money, you giving her money, and you thinking that this woman love you, but she give it to another nigga. Right. Who's sitting up there, you know what I mean? Strangers are getting all your wealth. Cause while she giving you up, she got a nigga that's sitting in the house with his shoes off, smell like corn chips. And this brother like, yo, did you get the money? You got the money, you got the bread, you know what I'm saying? She giving all her money to some pimp. You know what I'm saying? And strangers is filled with thy wealth. Go ahead.
Slocky. Verse 11.
And no, the rest of verse 10.
Solid. And thy laborers be in the house of a stranger.
Right. Because she gonna take all your money and some other dude is gonna be benefiting off your bread because you're not smart enough to not be messing with hoes. Right? You don't have enough, goddamn mental fortitude to leave it alone because you just gotta do it. Right? Go ahead.
And thou mourn at the last, when thy flesh and thy body are consumed.
Right, because you're gonna be chasing a woman that don't love you. You're gonna be chasing a woman that's a whore.
Right.
Right? Go ahead. And what's gonna happen? Go ahead.
And say, how have I hated instruction?
How what?
Hated instruction.
Because in the end, when she finally does get you, then you're gonna be mad at yourself because you didn't listen to the men who tried to warn you.
Right.
That's what's gonna happen. Right? Read on.
And my heart despised reproof.
Right, because you're gonna be mad at yourself because you're gonna say, damn, why didn't I listen to the brothers when they tried to tell me to leave this broad alone? Damn, why did I listen to the brothers when, because I should have not messed with this girl. And now you're going to be locked into her because you're going to be a fool.
Right.
Right? All right, no sweat. We could drop that, right? Let me see. Let me get Proverbs 11 and 14. Let me go there real quick.
Mm-hmm. Proverbs 11:14. Mm-hmm. Where no counsel is, the people fall. But in the multitude of counselors, there is safety.
See that? Where there's no counsel, the people fall. So if you're not getting counsel from someone, right, for the things that you're going through, like I get counsel all the time. Like it's like, okay, if you ask me a question, right, and I don't know the answer to the question, then that means that I have to go get counsel. You get my point? So we all get counsel in here, right? You go to a man that's above you, right? And you get counsel so that when you get those questions answered, you get that counsel that makes you a better man. Then the brothers that come in after you, then you can give them counsel, the same counsel that you got. So it's not like you should be, too good for counsel or anything that you're going through. Because I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen if you don't get counsel. Whatever you're going through. What's going to happen is you're going to try to fight your battle on your own and you're going to leave. And Satan's going to separate you from your brothers and you're going to be in the damn house somewhere and life is going to pass you by. And I'm trying to tell y'all, man, it's real. You know what I'm saying? It's real out here. Like when you leave the school, when you leave the truth, you die. Like I've since I've been in the school, 3 people that I know that left the school died. 3. You know what I'm saying? Like in my short time here, 3 died. And the last brother that I found out, we went through Hebrew Academy together. This brother left the school about a year ago, and he died five days before the Passover. You know what I'm saying? A brother named Mataya Allah. You know what I'm saying? And we specifically, they was like, you and y'all stay together. You know what I'm saying? Like I stayed at this brother crib when we was up there in New York, when we had to go up to Hebrew Academy for the last day. I stayed at this brother crib. I slept on the floor. You know what I'm saying? We all was in there at this brother crib, and this brother died, you know, and that is a wake-up call for me and to anybody, you know, that could take anything from that, is that, you know, the Lord don't play around. It's better for you, like the scriptures say, not to make a vow to the Lord than to make one and then not keep it. Right. You see what I'm saying? Because it's like, what would happen if somebody made a vow to you and they didn't keep the deal? If they made a deal with you and then reneged on the deal, right? You'd be mad, right? All of us would. All of us in this room, we would be mad if somebody said, I'm gonna do this for you, and you pay them, and then they say, okay, I'm not gonna do it. You be like, what? Nah, you go and do it. You know what I'm saying? And that's how the Lord is with us. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is already gonna give you the kingdom of heaven. That's what you said you wanted, right? That's why we're here, right? Ain't we here for that?
Right.
Right. It's okay. We all go to the kingdom, right? We all go to the kingdom. Like the scriptures say, all Israel shall be saved, right? But what do you want when you get there? You want to be the trash man? You want to be the trash? You want to be the dude that goes and picks up bodies, and you know, with Oprah and all them. No, you want to be, you know, a brother that gets some prestige. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm already the trash man now. I don't want to be the trash man in our rulership. You know what I mean? Right. I want to be in a good spot, and that's what we're here fighting for. We're fighting to get in a good spot. You know what I'm saying? That's why we go so hard in the school. You know what I'm saying? It was like this other figures were like group nigga. I know y'all don't know if y'all seen the video I posted. He was like, yeah, you know, there's some Israelite groups that are just they're just hard. There's a balance. You know, like he was trying to say, like they're a cool Israelite group with, you know, everybody, and we're the hard ones. Matter of fact, hold on. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Slocky, just for teaching purposes. Yeah. All right. Okay, here we go.
We don't come that hard because we understand.
Oh, hold on. Can I see that?
So you have any action that you have. A lot of our brothers that come in this knowledge, they come hard. We don't come that hard because we understand that there has to be a balance. So you have any faction that you have, you're gonna have somebody that's a little harder and somebody that's a little softer. Unfortunately, in New York, that's how New Yorkers are. They hard in New York. I mean, I know you know, we come with our own spin of the truth. It's still what they said is still right, but maybe their approach needs to be a little better. And I agree with that. Out of our brothers that
you hear that?
Knowledge,
that's a big Israelite nigga. Talking to some white man.
Come that hard because we understand that there has to be a balance. So you have any faction that you have, you're gonna have somebody that's a little harder and somebody that's a little softer. Unfortunately, in New York, that's how New Yorkers are. They hard in New York. I mean, I know you know, we come with our own spin of the truth. It's still what they say is still right, but maybe their approach needs to be a little better. And I agree with that.
Bless his Christian heart. Bless his Christian heart. You see that? He just so soft, right? It's like, don't be like him. Don't ever be like that. We're not in here for that. Just do not ever be like that cat. All right? And then you'll be good to go. Go ahead and talk about.
Like in the scripture says, stand strong in the face of adversity.
Yeah.
What he did was he tried to make himself seem non-threatening.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So Esau can accept it.
Proverbs 11:22.
He did it all at the expense of his brothers and sisters. You know what I mean? At the expense of us. He said, you know, we're cool, we're great. You know, those guys, they're a little rough and everything, but we have our own standard of the truth. You know, not to say there's wrong or anything.
Right, but they want to be soft.
You threw us under the bus. just so you wouldn't have a confrontation with the Edomites standing in front of you.
You
You see what I'm saying? Because you know what I mean. Like, if you would say, if you would speak the way we sound, like if you would just say the truth in front of Esau, Esau might get mad.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
The water warrior.
Mad, might kick the sign down and everything. Them fake Israelites are afraid of that.
Right.
So they will do anything to not be confrontational.
Right. Mm-hmm. Man, y'all hear that? Don't ever do that. That's what happens when you don't have the spirit of the Most High with you, man. It's like a weak spirit. It's like a satanic spirit. Right. You know, that weakness. You know what I'm saying? And we not in here for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be a special type of person, a brother or a sister. You know what I'm saying? Like, to even be in here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen over the years, it's like there's nothing else better than ISUPK out there, period. You can go wherever you want. I mean, nobody's stopping you from going wherever the hell you want to, but you know, there's nothing out there that's better. If it is, show me.
Right.
Show me. Where the hell is all these niggas at when we go to war in the conscious community? Where they at? Where was they at when we was battling against, you know what I'm saying, all the top tier cats in the conscious community? You know what they do? They sit back and get a win too. When you know what I'm saying? Like when Captain Cesario go in the battlefield and then he wins the debate, we all win the debate. Every group wins the debate, right? Because if he lose, what happens? Everybody loses the debate. So it's kind of like these cats sit back and they just like, okay, we'll let them go to war and we'll let them fight all the wars, but then we'll just be over here. We'll follow Commander General Yohana, but we'll follow him rebelliously. The water in the like, you know, them cats that follow Moses rebelliously in the wilderness. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's clear. Like, when you look at our Passover, you see our Passover on film. Like, our Passover is the best Passover, period. Our Passover wasn't no niggas in there with no sneakers on, like 2 or 3 niggas like dressed with jeans on, hose all through the damn Passover. We ain't have no white people at the Passover. Like, our Passover wasn't generic, nothing. You know what I mean? Like, it looked ancient, like it looked like a real Passover. You see what I'm saying? Then brothers walked in with the swords and you see that drone was like right over top of the brothers? Right. That's crazy. So it's like, if you can find something better than that, then just go find it. Go ahead. I don't know where you're gonna find it at. They can't. They try to imitate us, but they can never imitate us. And one thing and this is just a sidebar, and I always say this too, right? You ever notice that every Israelite got their, every Israelite group has their fringes on the bottom of their t-shirt, except us? Right. Why is that? Why does everybody say Shalom except us? Why? Why are we the only ones that be rocking like the Shield of David? Like, you know what I mean? Like it might be another group that might rock it, like, or whatever, but why are we the only ones that really like, why are we the only ones that are like, nah, you can't have dreads in here? Right. See what I'm saying? Why are we the only ones that stand on, you know, multiple wives? You know what I mean? Right. We don't have like a one-wife doctrine. We don't have none of that. And it's not to say that stuff, you know, a brother that might have one wife is not better than the brother that had 2 wives. You see what I'm saying? Just because he got one, he's not better than that brother that got 2 wives, and the brother that got 2 wives is not better than the brother that got one. You see what I'm saying? Right. It's like, it's not lawful. I mean, it's not unlawful either way you put it. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, you got these fake Israelite groups out here that are trying to figure out a way to like get people in by letting them get away with stuff. And it's like, that's the wide, that gate is wide. You know what I mean? That's a wide gate. So you're going to get more people because you can you're giving something up. It's like the 80-20, you know what I'm saying? You're giving people 80% of what they want to do, but you still going to make them do something, which is the 20% what you got to do, right? So, and the church is like what, 90-10? 90% of what you want to do, and then 10% of your tithes. You see what I'm saying? Right. But like in here in the school, it's like it's going to be 100% or nothing. You know what I mean? And that's it. It's just, okay, you don't want to cut your dreads. All right, you can come to class. You can come to class until you're not going to move up until you cut them off. You see what I'm saying? Like, we're not going to waver, or we're not going to try to figure out a way to just make people come in here. And it doesn't work either way. I'm going to get off of it, but it doesn't work either way. You get my point? Like, we can get somebody in here, right? You can bring a sister, you can bring 2, 3 sisters, and I can sit up here and do magic tricks. Like, yeah. You like that? Like, pull the roses out, and like, here, pull this, and then she pull it, and roses come out. I can do all that, and it's still not gonna keep them in here. Like I asked Captain Aria, I said, Cap, what if we just levitate at camp? I was like, what if we was at camp and we just like levitated off the ground, like, and just all the people saw us levitate? I was like, would that bring people in here? He was like, no, you just go viral, but you know, they gonna make nobody come in here. And that's what I understand in my short time in the truth is like, you can't make nobody want this. Right. A person doesn't choose this life. It's like the Lord chooses it for you. And it's like, okay, are you going to stay with it like Jonah? You know what I mean? Are you going to be like Jonah and try to run away from it? And the Lord's going to have to find you? You know what I'm saying? So that you can do what he told you to do? Or you're going to just do it and get grounded in it and just move and stay with it and stay down. Because that's all it really boils down to at the end of the day anyway, is just loyalty. It's nothing else really to it. I don't have no secret to it. It's just loyalty. You know what I'm saying? Your brothers is your brothers, and you ain't gonna leave them. You ain't gonna be home. What, you gonna be home while we out there fighting the war? You gonna be at home in the crib, like chilling? Like, how much TV can you watch? You know what I'm saying? Like, how much TV can you watch? All these documentaries just on YouTube. All right? But all right. Proverbs 11:22. We're getting back to these women. Yeah, that's right. For all the women out there, if you think I'm talking about you, I am. All right.
Proverbs 11:22. As a jewel of gold in a swine's snout, so is a fair woman which is without discretion.
Break it down.
So,
as a jewel of gold, any sisters want to take a shot at it? They're like, no. I'm giving a shot, sis. You want to take a shot at it?
Yeah.
Or you good?
I was going to say that he's just comparing, like, because a ruby is beautiful, but if you put it in a pig's snout, it'll lose value. That's what I want to say.
Right. You want it. Yeah, you got it. Go ahead. I just want to give her a shot too. Go ahead.
I agree with him.
Right, exactly. Both of y'all are right. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like, it's like a jewel of gold, right? It's very, very beautiful, right? But what good is it going to be on a pig? Right? Because the pig is dirty. Even though that jewel is nice, it's not going to mean anything because it's on a damn pig. And just like a woman who is a fair woman, but she looks good, but that woman that looks good, she don't have no discretion about herself. She's the type of woman that run a TikTok every damn day, crying her damn eyes out for strangers, right? She's the type of woman that goes on Instagram and cry herself in front of strangers. She doesn't have no discretion, right? She doesn't have any privacy about their relationship, you know, that she's in. You see what I'm saying? And then, like, you're going to be the nigga that's going to be the one, like, you know, like the brothers that get with Kim Kardashian, you know? The brothers that get with, remember Cat Stacks? I don't know if y'all, you know, y'all remember Cat. Y'all remember Cat Stacks? Yeah, who the other one? Who's the ones out now? The one that she was like, I was watching on this one show. She was like, I slept with Lil Baby, I slept with the baby, I slept with this person, I slept with this rapper, I slept with that rapper. I'm like, damn, you a whore. But you know, she was just telling all their business. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, these brothers probably don't even want you to be telling all that stuff. But just like, you know, like the scripture's saying, they can't resist the hoe, so they gotta go and be part of her, what's that word called? Her body count. You know what I'm saying? You the brother that she gonna write a book about, and she gonna put you in the book, like Superhead. You know what I'm saying? She gonna put you in the book. You know what I'm talking about? We got the book at the school. We got the book at the school. It's she got Method Man, everybody in there. You know, this man got a family and everything. This man got kids and family, all that. And she didn't put it out there. So yeah, you know, a jewel, you know, even though it's nice, what good is it if it's on a pig? You know, just the same way a woman, she might be fair and she might be beautiful and all that, but what good is it if she's going to be a woman that's not going to be discreet about, you know, things that goes on in her in her relationship, she's in her having discretion, right? All right. Boom, we drop that. All right. I'm gonna speed it up or whatever for time's sake. All right. Proverbs 21:9.
Proverbs 21:9. It is better to dwell in the corner of the housetop than with a brawling woman in the wide house.
Right, you see that? It's better to be up in the attic. Yeah. It's better for you to be in the attic, you know what I'm saying, to be, brawling with a woman in the wide house, man. You know, what the Lord calls us to do, man, is to have peace, and you definitely can't have peace with a woman that's going to be doing that. It's like, I remember this girl, she called in and she was like, oh man, what can I do? And it's like, okay, you got to have an environment where your man wants to be there. You know what I mean? Like, damn, it's really not hard at all. Men are just, men are like not complicated at all. It's just like, it's real simple. I like it here. We're cool. All right, no sweat. I'm gonna just chill. You know what I'm saying? But if like he got to go, if he got to fight all the time, then the brother is going to automatically want to leave. And that's why a lot of, fathers are going out of the houses. We didn't know when we were younger. You know what I'm saying? We didn't know why dad wasn't there. But dad wasn't there because, mom was insufferable. He couldn't suffer her no more. His balls was in the balance. All right. And he had to weigh out the situation. So he said, you know what? Since I can't stay here, I'm going to go start a new family. Right. You know what I mean? And you find out that he had a whole new family at the funeral. Because you be like, damn, who are they? That's his whole new other family. You know what I'm saying? And this is what we have to, what sisters have to, understand too, is like, it doesn't have to be, a fight all the damn time. It could just be, everybody just, having a good time, just chilling, right? And you having peace at your crib, right? Read it one more time.
It is better to dwell in the corner of the housetop than with a brawling woman in a wide house.
That's right, man. Shalom. All right. 1 Timothy 2:11. And this when we listened to Biblical Fox, right? She was talking about Kevin Samuels like, he killed over. I'm like, damn, like the man is dead. You know what I mean? Like he paid for whatever the Lord wanted, whatever he did, he paid for it, and it's so crazy how people can say stuff like that about people talking about it was karma. It probably was karma. Why? Because he was talking about you stinking hoes. Right. You know what I mean? He was telling women that was calling in that would thought they was hot. He was showing them that they wasn't. Like, is that like karma? Like you gotta die for that? Right? You get my point? Like he wasn't. And he wasn't talking. It was only certain women that was calling into his show. Go ahead.
Well, I didn't even hear what Bill Fox said, but I think like a person like her, she's mad because he's the type of person that tell her the truth. Right. Because she's the type of person that, and we've seen it, been in messed up relationships. Wasn't she dating like 50 Cent?
Yeah, she was dating 50.
Like dog or something.
Yeah, he brought it out that she ate his booty.
Yeah. And so that's crazy. And so when she put across the middle, like Kevin Samuels or something like that, then she starts to hate off it because of her dealings, her shortcomings with 50 Cent.
Hey, look, now she want to talk. She ate his booty. Now she want to talk shit.
Yeah, she was all in the tutor. She was all in the tutor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what I mean?
And he didn't stay with her. He didn't.
Right.
He didn't decide to stay with her. He told her. You know what I mean?
Right, because she thought she was just gonna give him all the nastiness on the first date. So he's like, well, I got it all, right? I got it all the first time. I don't need to mess with her no more, right? So now she's talking about Kevin Samuels, and it's like and I watched a lot of Kevin Samuels stuff, right? And a lot of Kevin Samuels stuff was, a lot of women that called in, they was calling in because they didn't want an average man. They didn't want the brother who make $50,000 a year. They didn't want the brother who was a plumber or a carpenter or, you know, the brother who was like, you know, go to work every day and get, you know, bring home the bacon. A lot of these sisters that called in, they didn't want that. They wanted a brother that had $1 million. You know what I'm saying? They wanted the brother who had, he was some sort of entertainer, a rapper, a scammer, whatever it was. But he basically let them see the holes in what they wanted and showed them that, hey, you know, you got 4 kids and you're 40 years old. Like, you know, you think you're gonna get a man that's got $3 or $4 million? Like, you don't even work out. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would he get you? A man that got $5-10 million, he's gonna go for a woman that don't have any kids, and he's gonna go for a woman that's younger and more fit. Like, why would I get a woman that already got 5 kids already? You know what I mean? You get it? Like, I got millions of dollars, I got cars, houses, everything, and I'm gonna get a woman that's in her 40s or 50s with 5 kids? No, I'm not gonna do it. Especially if it's like somebody who's younger, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like a younger millionaire, you know what I mean? He's not gonna do it because he's gonna take the pick of the litter. That's not nothing that's harsh or anything like that. That's just the truth. You know what I mean? A cat who's a rapper, you think a rapper who can get any woman that he wants is gonna get a woman that's 40 years old, 45 years old? A cat that's 20 years old, he's gonna get a woman that's 45, 50 years old with 5 kids? No. He's not gonna do that. He's gonna get a woman that's like 20, 23, 25 and with no kids that go to the gym and work out and all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna get the best of the best. He's not gonna get you. And a lot of these women, they called into the show because they thought that they was going to be able, they thought they was hot, but he was basically coming from the standpoint that you're not as hot as you think you are. You know what I mean? And that's why they hit him. All right? All right. It's got a couple more scriptures. Let me get Proverbs 7:1. This is a good story. We'll breeze through it real quick. All right.
Proverbs 7:1. My son, keep my words and lay up my commandments with thee. Keep my commandments and live, and my law as the apple of thine eye.
Right, because remember what happened when Ezekiel, remember it said his wife was the apple of his eye. You see that? And then when that happened, the Lord got rid of his wife. That's why when you come into this truth, man, you got to put the truth, you got to put the Lord above your family.
Right.
I know it sounds crazy. It might sound weird to people because they're in the world. So they're like, what my kids come first? No. Because when it comes to the Most High, if the Most High feels that for 1 second that someone is in the way of you doing what he commanded you to do, then the Lord will just politely just move it out your way. You know what I mean? And whatever the way he moves it out your way, it's going to be grief for you. You know what I mean? But that's still, even if he moves it out your way, it's not going to mean that you're out of the deal. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because remember what he tells Ezekiel, don't cry. You know what I'm saying? Bind and tie, put your misery on, you get out there and you teach, right? Because the Lord will completely destroy you if you try to play around and you think that it's a game. And it's, and a lot of times it's just better for people just to, and most people just say, you know what, this ain't for me. I'm not dealing with this anymore. I'm cool, I'm good. And it's just like, it might be good for you just to just bow out and just rather, you know what I mean? Just stay at the crib. You know what I'm saying? Just don't do it. But if you are a brother who want, power and you want to be respected and you want the Lord to be, right there with you, then this is where you should be. Right. But you always want to keep the Most High first over everything. All right. Go ahead.
Bind them upon thy fingers.
All right. Hold on. All right. Verse 7.
And beheld among the simple ones, I discerned among the youth a young man void of understanding, passing through the street near her corner. And he went the way to her house. Right. So he's looking out and he's seeing a young brother void of understanding. He's seeing this brother walking around on the block. What are you doing? Right. He looking for a prostitute. Go ahead. In the twilight, in the evening, in the black and the dark night. And behold, there met him a woman with the attire of a harlot. and subtle of heart.
Right. So if a woman dresses like a whore, then that's what she is. Right. Period. I know that they used to say that, like, just because I dress like this doesn't mean that I'm a whore. It's like, yeah, you are. Yes, you are. You give up. I'm not trying to, you know what I mean? I'm just keeping it funky. That's what it is. Like, if I see you, if I go to the club and you got your ass cheeks out, then yeah, you're a whore. Like, and you're automatically going to be the person that I'm not going to say anything to, because you got it all out. Like, you got it out for the community. Like, just because I'm dressed like this doesn't mean I'm a hoe. Yeah, well, yes, it do. All right, go ahead.
She is loud and stubborn.
Mm-hmm.
Her feet abide not in her house.
Right, because she outside. Go ahead.
Now is she without.
Now is she without, meaning that she's outside. This woman right here, she out. You know what I mean? She would live like, if you ain't outside, where the hell is you at? Right? That's where she at. Go ahead.
Now in the streets, and lieth in wait at and lieth in wait at every corner. So she caught him and kissed him, and with an impudent face said unto him. Right, so the impudent means like aggressive, like she's aggressive. You know how like some women are just like, they be aggressive, like, wait, whoa, where you going at? You know what I'm saying? Blah, 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 blah. Where you know what I'm saying? You know, she kicking game to him, right? Go ahead. I have peace offerings with me.
Mm-hmm.
This day have I prayed my vows. Sloppy. This day have I paid my vows.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore came I forth to meet thee, diligently to seek thy face, and I have found thee.
Like she like, I've been looking all over, you know what I'm saying? I came out here to find the right brother, and look at you. You, oh man, you the one that the Lord sent to me. You know what I'm saying? She gaming him up, you know what I'm saying? Because he out there looking anyway. Right? Go ahead.
I have decked my bed with coverings of tapestry, with carved works, with fine linen of Egypt. I have perfumed my bed with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon.
Mm-hmm.
Come, let us take our fill of love until the morning. Let us solace ourselves with loves.
Right, let's solace ourselves with loves.
For the good man is not at home.
Right, that's her husband. He ain't home. You know what I'm saying? So, but she out there trying to get a brother, right? Go ahead.
He is gone a long journey. He have taken a bag of money with him, and will come home at the day appointed.
Mm-hmm.
With her much fair speech, she caused him to yield. With the flattering of her lips, she forced him.
Mm-hmm.
He goeth after her straightway, as an ox goeth to the slaughter, or as a fool to the correction of the stocks, till a dart strike through his liver, as a bird hasten to the snare, and knoweth not that it is for this life.
It is for his life, meaning like, you know, like when an ox, you know, you lead the ox to the slaughter, he don't know. He just walking. He don't know that he about to die. This ox is just going to the slaughter. You know what I'm saying? Just like, you know, and that's how that's how you are. You just dumb, getting led right to the slaughter. Because what happens if you get found out that you are, you know, in adultery?
Don't you get killed?
Yeah. You just getting led right to the slaughter, all because of your lust. And so many brothers and so many sisters die behind adultery. You know what I mean? So many of us, even today, you know, brothers are getting shot. You know what I'm saying? You in there with what they call it, boyfriend number 2? Yeah, you get shot. The brother come home, and what they call it, crimes of what? We say? Crimes of passion. That's right. And that's when, and you get off of that too. You can get off of that. You know what I mean? Because they can say, well, you came home, you saw your wife in the bed with another man, and you just snapped. You blacked out, right? You'll get jail time, but it won't be the same kind of jail time as if you just killed somebody, you know, for nothing. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Verse 24. Hearken unto me now, therefore, O ye children, and attend to the words of my mouth. Let not thy heart decline to her ways. Go not astray in her paths, for she hath cast down many wounded. Yea, many strong men have been slain by her. Her house is the way to hell.
Say that again?
Her house is the way to hell. Going down to the chambers of death.
See that? And when you follow women like that, that's exactly where you're going to go.
Right.
And that's what it's about, man. You know what I'm saying? Watching out, man, and not getting yourself caught up with a woman like that. Right. You know, you gotta relax, brothers. You gotta chill. You can't be, you know, out there in the streets doing that because you want some new stuff. There's new stuff out here. They got stuff like they got what's that? They got sexually transmitted diseases now that's different from the ones, you know, that was out when I was growing up. It's just different now. Like now, you know, you go to the doctor, you know what I'm saying? He like, well, you know, who told you to come here? You know what I'm saying? All right, I don't know about that. Look, man, you can go ahead and take the chair with you, you know? But yeah, take the chair too. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like there's some stuff out here that's new. And so what we got to do is we got to be men that's not going to give our honor over to a harlot, right? Let me get First Timothy 2:11, and I think I'll end it out with that. All right, yeah, we started like a half an hour late today.
First Timothy 2:11. Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection.
Right, now this is the thing, right? A lot of times women look at that and they say, well, man, this is sexist. This is misogynistic. You niggas hate women. No, that's not what this is talking about, all right? This is, hold on, let me get it right there with you. What was that? First Timothy, right? First Timothy. First Timothy. I gotta get the tabs in this joint. Go ahead, you got it, Warrior. I'm kind of.
But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. For Adam was first formed, then Eve, and Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression.
Okay, so 1730. That's lucky, y'all. We gotta get the tabs in this one. All right. So, okay, when he said let the woman learn in silence with all subjection, right? What does that mean? Subjection. Somebody got the definition for subjection? I'll look it up. Let's see. Definition of subjection. Submission of subjection. Definition of subjection.
Here's the definition. Subjection. The action of subjecting a country or person to one's control, or the fact of being subjected.
Okay, so subjection means to give up control, right? Subjecting yourself to someone's control, right? And in this sense, it's supposed to be your husband, all right? Go ahead.
But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man.
What does usurp mean?
Like take over?
Right, to take control. Like, like you get a lot of women out here that's talking about, I'm an evangelist. It's like, I'm an evangelist, and I want to prophesy to the world, because this Lord just gave me this wonderful, revelation or whatever. All I know is I just keep hearing fivefold ministry, right? And then you just like, so I just gotta go and create a fivefold ministry. I don't know what it means. That's a demon talking to you. So what this is doing is like what Paul is doing here through the Spirit of the Lord is he's keeping us to like straight. He's keeping order, right? It doesn't mean women can't do other stuff. You can do other stuff, man. It's fine. You can do other stuff. Do something new. You want to get all the praise and you want to get all the glory, then just do something new that we're not doing right now. Just do that. Like, turn us on to something. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I went up in this spot. I got this popping. Yo, we got, you know what I'm saying? We got, McDonald's, you know what I'm saying? To donate like Big Macs every night. You know what I'm saying? like that's what I'm saying. Like that's something new, right? Like, yo, I went up into Walmart and I was talking to the people at Walmart and we got like the food, you know what I'm saying? All we gotta do is just bring a truck up and they'll just fill us up with all the cans that are dented. You know what I'm saying? Like it's plenty of stuff sisters can do in here. You know what I'm saying? Sisters can get in places that men can't get in because they might be afraid of me. You know what I'm saying? I'm too tall. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can't go up in certain places. I'm like, yo, I need some food. They like, no, You know what I'm saying? We don't got nothing or whatever. But it's sisters that can do those things and get into those places that can, you know, bring new different things to the table. The only thing is you can't teach the Bible to men. All right? And you can't usurp authority. Go ahead.
And when he's making that statement, he's equating it to Eve. Mm-hmm. He's telling you can't teach. Oh, he said that the woman can't teach for a specific reason.
Right.
He's going back to Eve.
Right.
Now, when she, you know, the lust for power that she had.
Right.
Now imagine in 2022, if the sister was sitting in the seat that you were sitting in, teaching the Bible to us. You know what I mean?
Right.
What type of power she would have, how she would act with it. You know what I mean?
And that's the thing. It's like you see on like Facebook and you see on like these programs. It's like women are like always trying to tell a man like what it takes to be a real man.
Right.
It's like, damn, like you trying to tell me what it takes to be a real man, but when Kevin Sanders was telling what it takes, when Kevin Sanders said what it takes for you to be a real woman, she said that was karma that he died. God damn, you know what I mean? Like, and that's like, it's like, and you see like. Black men, we have to take responsibility for a lot of things, right? Right. I mean, you know, everything, right? The black man, we go through a lot of stuff, right? And we all know it, right? And you know, but the women have to go through stuff too. Right. You know, women have to go through correction too. And I'm not talking about the sisters that's here because they've already made those changes. But the sisters that are in the world, those sisters is bugging out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, they want a real man, but everything about you is fake.
Right.
Like your eyelashes are fake, your hair is fake, your nails are fake, your butt is fake, your boobies are fake, but you want a real man? Like, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Right? I mean, this is what women are in the world are saying. They want a real man. They want us to be a certain way. They want us to be like this and that. But it's like, you're not even like that. So, what you say?
That was a great.
Yeah, so it's like, come on now, like some things have to change, right? And what the Lord wants us to do is be in order, right? That's the only way we're going to win, right? We're not going to win no other way. Like, we can learn from North Korea, right? We can learn from the North Korean people. We can learn from the people in Ukraine. We can learn from the East Indians. We can learn from the Arabs. Because do Chinese women say that their man ain't shit? No. Have you heard any Arabs on TV talking about what a real Arab man should be? They don't do it, right? It's just non-existent because their women are in order with their man, right? They have total unison. And because they have unison, guess what? They got every single liquor store in America. That's a lot. Think about Delaware, right? How many liquor stores in Delaware? They're probably everywhere, right? And then how many are in Pennsylvania? New Hampshire, Maine, New York, Virginia, Baltimore, everywhere. Then that's just the East Coast. Then go west. Think of how many Arabs are sitting in those stores. They got a monopoly on the liquor. Right? And guess who drink it all? We do. Right? And then, you know, the 7-Elevens, right? All the gas stations, right? Because they are in unison. And that's the same way, like these nations around the earth, they're together. North Korea is together. Like, you can learn a lot from that when you watch those documentaries and you see like the world leaders on the global stage. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see them on a global stage and you're like, damn, where's the African American representative? Everybody got a representative that's on the world stage. Like, you got Kim Jong talking to the ruler of Russia. You got the Russian Vladimir Putin talking to the ruler of Ukraine. The ruler of Ukraine is talking to the ruler of Saudi Arabia. You know what I mean? He talking to the princes. He talking to the princess that's in Dubai. And I'm like, well, where our representative at? Why is nobody on? Where's our representative in NATO? It ain't none. You know who our representative is? Like I said last night, it's kind of hard to tell because we get a new one every 4 years.
Right.
You know, so we don't. Our leader is white.
Right.
That's who our leader is. And because we don't have it, and I'm looking at that, I'm like, man, I can't wait till Christ return. Because when Christ returns, he'll be the leader. He'll be the supreme dictator. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's real power. And we're never going to get it unless we had unison with each other, men and women, right? Both of us together. We ain't going nowhere without nobody, you know what I mean? But they try to put our women above us because they're like, okay, as long as we can get the man out the house, then we can just get straight to you. You know what I mean? Why do you think so many brothers are Jehovah's Witness? They're Jehovah's Witness because those people knocked on the door during the day while you was at work, and your rib opened up the door and let her come in. And you came home from work like, yeah, we going down to the temple tonight. And he like, what? We going where? And she like, yeah, we going down to the temple. And now next thing you know, both of y'all are on the side of the street with pamphlets. And you like, well, how the hell did I get here? You know what I mean? And that's because we're not together. All right, read on.
For Adam was first formed, then Eve. And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in a transgression.
Right. Adam was deceived because Adam wasn't deceived because his rib went out and she dealt with the other nations and she started bringing, learning things that she wasn't supposed to learn from and then that's when they learned from the knowledge of the tree of good and evil, which is punishments from the Lord. Right. That's what they got. Right. And Adam fell because he listened to Eve, right? And so now what happens now that we're the offspring of Adam and Eve? Adam has to watch Eve. You get my point? Like in this time, like our men have to watch the women, right? We have to watch them because the women will, you see it right now. I mean, women are dating white men. Oh my God. Like what? I didn't see it as much as I used to see it, but I'm starting to see it a lot more now. Right. Like when you look at the propaganda, like you see like the black women, like they got like a Serena got a white man, right? And who else? The princess of England, she got a white man, right? It's like they showing us that if you want to have a prosperous relationship, if you want to get out from being black with some nasty black man from the ghetto, then you go get a white man. You're Prince Charming. And a lot of our women are doing that, and that's the way it's going. You know what I'm saying? And they shouldn't be like that. And that's why it's saying first Adam was formed, because the Lord is basically saying, okay, this is the order that is set up. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and talk about.
But like black women, they get white men, they just been beguiled because usually the minute Esau get mad, he gonna be like nigger. Yeah. And then he get mad, he gonna call you a nigger, and then you now forced to deal with it.
Do you notice they went like black women when they be with white men, they're not like ghetto. They be like, hey, they be like that, like you know what I mean? I was just going over here, like it's like damn. But when she with you, she like, what? Huh? What? You know what I mean? It's like, it's different. It's just, totally different spirit because he's not going to allow you to be ghetto because he's going to take you around his family and he don't want to see Von Quisha. You know what I'm saying? He want to see, Tasha. Go ahead.
It's kind of like them fake Israelites. They want to sum it down a little bit. We're not as hard.
Yeah. You got GOCC, man. Got sisters in there getting married to the oppressor. They got the oppressor in the goddamn. And then which makes it so bad is that the oppressor has to, like, okay, the oppressor can come to the Passover. All he got to do is identify himself as a Gentile or a stranger. Right? Because the guy said a stranger, the stranger is going to be joining Israel. But it's like, yeah, but not now, dumbass. Not now, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, the nation's gonna be joined to us after we, you know what I mean? Like, don't let them join to us. Like, it's not gonna be glorious if they just join to us like free will. Like it's gonna be better like when we make them join with us, right? The same way they make you join with them. Like it's like you didn't just willingly just follow the speed limit. Did you? Right? You know what I'm saying? Like nobody here, we didn't voluntarily just like, we're gonna follow the speed limit because we just love their rules. No, you had to follow the speed limit because they didn't pull you over enough times. And they didn't got you with that red light camera a lot of times.
Right.
They didn't put you in captivity, and they didn't beat you, and they didn't, rape you, and they didn't rob you and put you in the ghetto. And now you're like, well, yeah, you know what? I'm going to follow the speed limit. Well, I'm not going to go out here with a gun because, look, they done threw enough of us in prison for 5 years, mandatory. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it wouldn't be as glorious if they just got along with it just because, they know you're an Israelite. Nah. I'd rather it be more from wartime. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to make them submit. I want to make them, bow down to the power that's greater than themselves. Right. You know what I'm saying? And that's the only time that's going to happen is when Christ is here. But of course, we don't have to necessarily wait on Christ, because what Christ said is that the kingdom of heaven cometh not with observation.
Damn right.
Right, meaning that we can do it because the kingdom of heaven is what's inside you. Right now, we got the kingdom of heaven here in the school. Like we was in the Passover. It was the kingdom of heaven to me. I mean, brother lose his phone. We had a lost and found. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, whoa, somebody lost their baby. You know what I'm saying? The baby walked up to the front, was crying. They're like, where your mom at? And she like, I don't know. They're like, hold on. Took her up to the front, like, yo, your baby's up here. Who she belonged to? Boom. The girl was like, oh, come here. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it goes. Like, that's the kingdom of heaven. Nobody lost anything. You good to go. And that's how it's supposed to be. But the only way we're going to get it is not through observation. If you're sitting there trying to say that you're going to wait on Christ to do every goddamn thing, then you are a Christian.
Right.
You're just Christian. And you just the same doctrine that they using. You know what I mean? Go ahead, keep reading.
Notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing if they continue in faith and charity and holiness with sobriety.
Right. So, you know what I mean? And this is, and this is Paul through the Spirit of the Lord. Like, he's just saying, like, look, it's nothing misogynistic about that. It's just how it's supposed to go. And that's fine. You know what I mean? There's power in that. All right. So I'm going to end it right there. I'm going to turn the class over to Preaching Officer Mataziana. Like, hurry up, nigga. 9:13.
I got it. No,
Oh, you gonna just send over?
ISUPK security announcements. Rules for new brothers and sisters. When new brothers and sisters come to school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to learn and share themselves of the word. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if the brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, they are to seek counsel from the heads. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8-10, means 10th in Hebrew, Ma'ashra. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Priest funds, free will offering for the priests, not mandatory. So whatever amount you'd like to donate. Upcoming holy convocations, we have the Feast of First Fruits, June 12th, Sunday, June 12th at sundown, at 7 o'clock in the at headquarters, Delaware headquarters. Ain't that right? It's Wilmington, 1232 Wilmington, Delaware. We will be at having the service, and if you're not working, make preparations now to be there, because it is a holy convocation.
That's right.
It's a Sabbath service. So if you have a garment, wear your garment. That's right. All right. We also have coming up the Midwest Fire Weekend. It's in July 21st through the 24th. It's in Chicago. All right. Make preparations now if you're planning on going. As far as your, I believe the hotel information is out now, and make sure you have the travel arrangements prepared. All right. And if anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. With that being said, individual, Major, Shabbat, Major, Barak, Yahweh, Shimei, Shabbat, Yazmatah, sorry, needs a turn. Sisters of Major, we're going to give Sister a courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Major Shabbat, Major, Barak, Yahweh, Shimei, Yazmatah, class dismissed.